There's nothing that can substitute working with your hands.
It's incredibly rewarding to hold something physical in this increasingly digital age.
Furniture, to me, is something that has a sculptural element, and it is a usable object as well. So that the balance of something that's sculptural and has a functionality to it as well is what draws me to the industry.
Rich Brilliant Willing is a contemporary lighting and furniture design manufacturer based in Brooklyn, New York.
A design is a concept, and there's basically a series of problems or issues to resolve the object to a finished product. We take a sketch, for instance, or an inspiration image, and from that we have to make so many technical decisions about what it's made out of, how it's finished, and all these kind of inside guts details that isn't necessarily part of the product itself. It's just the general idea. When you start out, you don't necessarily know where you're going to end up. So that exploration is part of the excitement and part of the intrigue for us, where we're designing and making. That kind of unknown is something that is really rewarding.
I think one of the things that we really try and focus on is simplicity, this excellent execution, and expressive statement, some idea that you immediately understand when seeing an object. And sometimes that's just two materials playing together, black textured wood with a black anodized aluminum. As we become more familiar with certain materials, we begin to perceive the ways in which we can explore them further, the ways in which you can manipulate it, you can roll it, fold it, weld it, machine it, mill it.
It's really interesting how we come up with our inspiration. We're the manufacturer and also the designer. We relate it sometimes to writing a song where there's different instruments that all kind of work together.
Sketching and drawing and model making, for me, it's very much like a dialogue. I'll often wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning with an idea that just pops into my head, and the most effective way to capture that idea, no matter how wild, is to get it down on paper as quickly as possible. Every object has a story, just like every person has a story.
There's all kinds of ways in which great design improves happiness or productivity at the workplace, or it's potentially why we all take so much enjoyment from going to a hotel that's been creatively designed for its interior.
Often design is sometimes considered just the beginning part or the idea part, and that just gets pushed off to a manufacturer elsewhere. Here, it's part of the day-to-day process. Design is a trade, it's a creative enterprise that balances real business aspect and a creative aspect. That to me is where I like to live.